Rush1n Rascals. 3, 2, 1. What is up, subs and grubs? My name is Jack Cyber, and today on Rush1n Rascals, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new update 7.5. Oh, I've been so excited for this update. I cannot tell you. We're just going to take it straight from the top. As I said, if you cannot tell, I am super excited about this update just because of all the cool stuff it has brought. Just off the top of the list, there has been major improvements to Tier 6 mediums and such, but we're not going to really talk about those just because they're not as relevant as some of the other changes made to this game. Now, starting off from the top, M48 Patton has just received a buff along with the M60. M60 improved armor along the turret sides of the tank and the upper glacis plate, so you'll be able to do hold down better. This received better speed dispersion and on movement dispersion, so you're going to be way more effective. Not sure about the armor part, but anyways, that's good for the M48 Patton and the M60 long waited update. But oh, my favorite, you all know me, the Sheridan and the T92 has lost its missiles. Oh, what a glorious day for me. I don't know. I'm happy about it. You all know I hate missiles, very much so. But I won't rant about it too much just for the sake of your guys' ears. But yes, so anyways, for anyone wondering, the T92 and the Sheridan, their missiles were replaced with heat, but didn't. Anyone wondering, they did not lose any penetration. The heat shells have the exact same characteristics. They're just heat instead of missiles, for anyone wondering. And of course, you also got the Sheridan missile, which is exactly the same as the Sheridan, just with a camo and only usable in training rooms and different fun modes. So, next up, do we have anything in the German tech tree? No, we did not. Nothing in the Russian tech tree. Nothing in, yes, something in the British tech tree. The Vickers CR and the Vickers Light, also an awesome thing I've been waiting for, have received nerfs on the front of their turrets. That is one of the most annoying things. Not even with the Vickers Light. I don't even have that many problems just because it has that weak upper plate. Vickers CR is great for hold down, mainly for the fact that that turret is so small. It's going to look dumb for you guys, but if you see that turret, it was not able to be penned by most, say, tier 8 mediums. When you're trying to fight hold down, that was a pain to fight. So don't get me wrong, the gun is still amazing. It's still going to be a great tank, but with those turret nerfs, it's not going to be as stupidly effective. Alright, so that's the only change in there. Nothing in the Japanese line, nothing in the Chinese line. Next one, a lot of changes to lights. The next one is the Battalion 25T, the tier 10 French light tank, has received a buff, finally, for the cliff, taking it from a 3-second reload to 2.8 second. Now, personally, I thought it should have been a 2.5 second, but you guys can throw slander at me all day long about that. Much needed buff for the Bat Chat, finally. And one of the last things to talk about in this update is the changing of the characteristics of the Swedish line. Now, the M01 was broken. Anyone knows it. Anyone can admit it. I don't have it on this account. But anyways, the M01, the speed, dispersion, reload. I don't think the armor was changed, but the speed, dispersion, and reload and all that kind of different stuff that makes it so effective was reduced. Now, this is sad for a lot of us, I know, but it was needed. Now, what I was mad about, two things I was mad about this update. One, Kronwagen did not receive the buff that it needed. Yes, it's balanced. It's one of the best balanced tank that Wargaming has ever introduced into the game right off the bat, but it could use a little bit of love. Just saying. I think speed was the biggest thing that we could go for. But the biggest thing that upset me with this update was the Emil 2. You all know it. I knew it. Everyone was vouching for a buff because this thing was inaccurate. This thing was generally slow, and it could be penned by any tier 10, especially if they loaded Pramo. So this thing needed love, and what did they do? They nerfed it. They made it slower. They made the reload worse on the second and third shell of your auto reloading system, and they made it more inaccurate. So big upset for me. I was not happy about it. We did get, let's see, we did get a little bit of love for our for some premium tanks. The 2020 got a stronger, I don't know, chassis. It got better armor. I'll say that. It got a better armor buff, and that was needed for the T2020. Although I thought it was pretty accurate, representing how good this year was. And the Kampfpanzer 70 will, of course, get more... I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, it will get more penetrations. That penetration was increased on the tank. So those are kind of the biggest changes in update 5.5. I like it. I really like what they've done. A couple things were not good, but I've been waiting for missiles to remove so long. Anything they did in this update, I can totally forget about just thinking about that fact. Now, a big downside of update 7.5, I thought I said update 5.5 earlier. If I did, I'm sorry. This is 7.5. Anyways, a lot of bugs. A ton of issues have been coming with this update, including entering into the battle queue and you're getting kicked out. That's something I haven't seen before. Going into... getting into battles and then having you all have seen it, the Android ghost screens or ghost trees where everything blacks out. That's another big one, and it did not leave with this update. So there's just a few things that have been really annoying, and of course I think it's also on iPhones and iPads that the ghost trees have been happening. I'm not entirely sure, but I know a lot of Android people have been complaining. So anyways, that's the big stuff about the update, and I've been completely happy with it. On to the second half of this video for some constructive sort of thing. We have the SU-130 PM. Yes, I finally got this in my garage, and oh my gosh, do I love this glass cannon. We are just, I know we already did a video on it, but I kind of wanted to revisit the topic just because I've been having so much fun with this tank. Now, people call this a worse Scorpion G, and no. There's no way this is worse than the Scorpion G. It's different. The whole Russian aspect of it is different. You don't have as accurate of gun, but you also have a 130. You don't have that 128 that the Scorpion G carries, but you're way lower to the ground, and you have I think you're better on speed, actually. So yeah, I enjoy this a whole ton. So anyways, we're just going to do a live gameplay, and I'm going to tell you about it. One thing I do wish was different, but I expected it from a Russian gun. It does carry heat, so that is slightly disappointing. If you did notice, I carry 25 and 5 just because I've never really needed it. I generally test it out and then see if I need to change out my ammo loadout, but you should be pretty good with this. I did just remember, oh my bad, I did just remember, now they did release today what's called, oh it might have been yesterday, who cares, I don't care, do you care, I don't care. Anyways, they released the Chieftain Mark 6 lockboxes, and I received a lockbox key container. So I remembered I wanted to share this with you guys on the video, so we're just gonna go ahead and open it. Lockbox key, thank you very much, Wargaming. Wow, okay, that wasn't what we wanted, but hey, whatever. Ooh, 5 times. Anyways, so we're gonna get into a game in the SU-130 PM. Now, what you do need to be conscious of is this is a very dynamic is not the word. This is a very touchy tank. You have to put this tank in the weirdest of places that you would never have thought you could put a tank before, just to stay out of fire, but be able to put shots in, I guess is the way that you could say it. It's a weird tank, but it is a very fun tank when you do make it effective. Now, I will say this. Your shots will fly. Oh my gosh. Okay, see, that is one of the biggest bugs. Thank you, Wargaming, for demonstrating my point. Finally, you helped me in a video. Anyways, so... oh, what was I saying? Anyways, you will fluff your shots sometimes, and that is one of the biggest downsides of this tank, is that accuracy. But as it is a Russian tank, you will generally get those really funny, tricky shots that you never get in with a German tank destroyer. I'll just say that right up. Anyways, so we're going to be pushing on the A cap in Mayan Ruins. Now, we are in tier 9, so one of the bigger things you have to realize is bigger tier, bigger guns. So we have to stay out of firing range of those bigger TDs and even the heavies. So anyways, I generally play this when I am bottom tier. I will play this tank a little more passive than you would normally want to play a tank, just for the fact that you get hit for way bigger rolls. So just keep that in mind if it seems like I'm being a diehard camper. So we're going to take up this spot right here. Probably won't get anybody to poke right here, but even though Wargaming likes to completely do the opposite of what I always say is normally going to happen. So we got people on the right. It looks like their entire team. If you see the meds over there, it's generally safe to push over here. Besides the fact we already have C-cap. Now what we can do, as you can see right now, look down at that mini-map. Our entire team is swamping in on that area. So if we are able to converge way down in there quick as possible, I might add, and get all of our guns, all hands on deck, I guess you could call it, we'll be able to more effectively remove these people from the game. Now, it does look like we're going to get a hard flank from this Conway, so he should open for us in just a minute and get a nice roll into him. Back into cover before we are loaded. I don't know if the Conway is running the DPM gun or if he is running the Alpha gun, but either way, you can see he is staring straight at us. He is looking for blood. Now you can see he just fired, and I think he is running the Alpha gun. I trust that this gun will work, but I always like to give that extra second of aiming just to ensure that my shots go where I want them to. Rush1n poking for us, and oh, just fluffed it right there on the track. The Rush1n is troll, so what can I say? Excuses, I know. Anyways, Rush1n, pull back forward for us, please, please, please. Glacial, make him move. Doesn't look like he's going to want to be doing that, so we might need to reposition our Tankione to get more shots. And Rush1n is going to be pulling down, so I'm going to take a chance and flank this Rush1n. Affirmative, I say. Though this WZ does not look like he's getting very many effective shots into him. Popping adrenaline. Now we have the Panther 2 with us. This Rush1n honestly is dead unless this were like his Royal Fatness playing in the Rush1n. I have fair faith in my team that we're able to deal with him. Now, I don't really want to take a shot from him just because if he is running the big gun, it's going to hurt. But I'm going to chance it just to get that last shot in. And as you can see, not a brilliant game, but we had all 7 people left alive. 2.2k. That's not bad. Not bad at all, I will say. Tripping over my words there. It looks like we got another lockbox key box. So you know what? Let's open it. Come to me. Give me the great key so I can open a box. You know what? I will take it. I will take it. I will not complain. Anyways, so that is the SU-130 PM. Definitely worth the money. Yeah, I don't know if I actually said anything different than when I last reviewed this, but I'm having so much fun in it, I thought, you know what, we're gonna pull it out. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was constructive and that you got to know my opinion a lot better, especially towards missile tanks. But anyways, if you did like this kind of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, the like button. Hit us up in the comments below. Any link to this channel you would ever need, of course, is in the description below. One and all, ladies and gentlemen, subs and grubs and all you mellow skirts in between. My name is Jack Cypher, and today on Rush1n Rascals, I will see you on the next one.